my channel. My name is Bella. I am going to be talking about my experience with COVID, but since it's my first video, I am going to tell you all a little bit about myself. I personally feel like whenever I'm talking to someone or they're telling me a story or something, it helps to know about them because it helps me kind of understand their point of view and all that good stuff. I am from Fort Lauderdale. Well, I love to say the Fort Lauderdale, Miami area is all the same thing, right? But my mom's from Fort Lauderdale, my dad's from Miami, so I was really in between from like both places. But like I said, I'm here in North Carolina now, all that good stuff. COVID. All right, let's get into it. COVID, for me, I believe, like, I'm just really thankful because, okay, how did I find out what made me know? I lost my sense of taste and smell. I was cooking and I was about to do something else, and then it just dawned on me. I'm like, why don't I smell anything? Like, I mean, I'm cooking like a big meal for my family. I'm like, all right, so I'm like, let me go smell some alcohol. So I open a bottle of alcohol, right? And then I smell it. I'm like, okay, I don't smell anything. So then I go and open a bottle of wine. I didn't smell anything. So I was like, let me go and open this little bottle of lotion. My favorite is the Japanese Cherry Blossom from Bath & Body Works. So I'm like, let me smell it. I smell absolutely nothing. So I'm like, all right, something's up. But since I moved here, I never had issues with allergies until I moved here. So I'm like, all right, and I just had an allergy test too. And they wanted me to do this like allergy therapy. And I was like, okay, yeah, I'm gonna start it. But deep down I'm not, because like I'm really like into the natural, holistic type of way of handling things. And honestly, the allergies really didn't bother me that bad. So I'm thinking like, okay, now that I just found out that I'm allergic to a whole bunch of crap, right? Yeah, they did the test on my back and they just like poked me with a bunch of these little prickly things. So I'm like, okay, maybe it's just my allergies acting up now that I discovered that I'm allergic to like all this crap. And then I spoke to a couple people and they're like, oh yeah, you know, some people are like, yeah, it's just your allergies. And other people like me are like, yeah, you need to go get tested just so you know, right? So which I plan on doing anyway. The next day I called to get a test. And they try to get me in the same day. His name is Jonathan. He's so sweet. He called me back. He's like, we can't get you in today, but we can get you in the morning. So I'm like, cool. So I'm freaking out, right? Because I've been seeing the test and I'm like, this is gonna hurt, right? Because recently I know this lady, like she had brain fluid leaking or something like that. So I was thinking about that. And then I was thinking about like a whole bunch of crap. I asked him, I'm like, can I do the blood test or is it just the nasal test? And he's like, oh, we have both. You can choose when you get here. So I'm so excited. I'm like, yeah, even though I hate needles, it's just something about the nose thing that just really scared me. So when I got there, I was like, all right. And I see them pulling out this thing. And I'm like, yo, what are you doing? And anyways, the lady's like, yeah, we only have one. Sorry, he probably made a mistake. And I'm like, so we go back and forth like for a few seconds, like as far as I'm like, wait, hold on. Is this gonna hurt? Go slow. Like, are you gonna go fast? She's like, usually I go fast, but if you want me to go slow, I'll go slow. I just only need to feel resistance. So yeah, when they do it, if you haven't had it done or haven't needed to, be lucky. But if you do, just tell them to go slow. And they should only go enough to feel resistance, and it's not gonna hurt. It's just gonna tingle a little bit. And then I just know for me, I had a tear come from my eye, but it really wasn't that bad. So if you have to get it done, like, don't be afraid. Granted, everyone may not be like my girl, but the lady who did mine. But yeah, just pray on it and just tell them, be vocal. I am. Afterwards I was fine, and then I also felt like I had to sneeze a lot. I maybe sneezed. I don't even think it's gonna feel like that. So just expect that. I went home and they're like, yeah, it could take like a week and a half, 2 weeks to find out. So I'm like, because I have so much to do. I actually get a call on Saturday morning from them, and I'm like, wait, it's the weekend. Why is the doctor calling me? Like, I know she's not in the office now, and I know no one else is there. So I answer, and I'm like, you better have some good news for me. And he's like, and we're cool, you know, because that's my primary doctor, and I know the guy. So he's like, I wish I could, but I don't think you're going to be happy. He's like, just verify your birthday for me, and then we'll go over everything. I'm like, all right. I already know this point, right? So I'm like, oh my God, I'm flipping out. But at this, I'm still like, I feel fine. Anyways, long story short, he's like, yeah, you have COVID. Drink plenty of fluids. Wash your hands, stuff that, you should already know what to do. Whatever. So I'm like, cool. I'm all right. There's nothing prescribed, okay? And even if it was, I probably wouldn't have taken it. Only because anyone who knows me, you know that I eat like really healthy. I work out, not as much as I should, but I do. But I really take pride in how I eat and like how I take care of myself. I'm like, all right, I already know what to do, even though I'm already doing half of the things anyway. I just came in contact with it, obviously. But I'm really happy because I know that I didn't have it. Like, I don't have pre-existing conditions either. And yes, I am young, but I know a lot of people that did have it and they were really sick and they're young. Someone told me that they felt like they got hit by a train. I know someone that had the fevers. Like, this person had the fevers and then they didn't lose their sense of taste and smell. And then the person that also said that they felt like they got hit by a train, they didn't lose their sense of taste and smell. I did, but I felt like it was a regular day. Like, there was nothing wrong besides that. And that was annoying because it's stuff that you really don't think about until you don't have it. Like, not to say like not appreciate, but you don't think about it. And I'm like, I'm eating, I don't taste my food, I don't smell anything. Now I will say, after maybe day 3 or 4, if something was sweet, I could taste it. So if it was sweet, then I could taste a little bit, just a little bit though, not like a full taste. But yeah, but I didn't have any fevers, no anything else, just the loss of taste and smell. And then 2 weeks later, came out negative. But I was still kind of worried because there was like no taste, no smell still. So yeah, but basically what did I do? My daily routine for breakfast, I really don't eat a heavy breakfast. I'll have a smoothie or a bowl, an acai bowl, right? Or something like that, something very light, and that will give me energy. I try to stay away from the coffee, so like the fruit will give you the energy you need. I made sure to have my sea moss, elderberry, and I hate saying these words because I always get tongue-tied and nothing like trips me up ever. So the bladder wrack root or something, and then the arrowroot. Bladder wrack and arrowroot. Did I say it right? If not, I know someone will correct me. I think that helped. I did the vitamin C thing, and I also did got my natural vitamin C too. Working out, even though they told me to stay home and rest, I got out and I kept my normal, well, it was a lighter routine because the first few days I did feel weaker, just really fatigued, like, and I wasn't sleepy. I knew that I was just fatigued. But after that, even still, I kind of took it light on the workout just because. But I believe that getting out and like going outside and working out and doing all that really did help me to get over it quick. So yeah, overall I was blessed. I won't say a good experience because no COVID experience is good, but I was blessed to have as little symptoms as possible. And for the most part, I know that, I didn't infect anyone. I took the necessary precautions. I kept on a mask. I still do. If you come in contact with COVID, just pray, just think positive and you will be okay. Just, if you're not big on or educated on how to take care of yourself, I encourage you all to do that. That is a huge part of just anything, just maintaining a healthy body, you know. But not about just your body, like how you look, but the inside, and you know how you will feel. And because I know I want to live a long time, so I encourage you all to do that. Just take care of yourself. Get rest. Get like chicken noodle soup. I went to Panera and the soup is amazing. I love their soup. I went there a lot actually. So, and their brownies are great too. Nothing to do with it. And I pray for everyone who experienced a loss. I had a loss in my family, actually a couple. I actually had a family member who was in a coma, but they put him into an induced coma because it would help him. And it did. He's out of the hospital now. He's fine. When he did come out of the hospital, he did lose weight. So, but he's gotten it all back now within, I would say, a month and a half, maybe 2 months. And he's pretty much everything is back to normal. I do know that he is still experiencing headaches every now and then. And for those who are experiencing loss of taste and smell, I read somewhere, and I'm gonna say this wrong, but I'm just gonna say a few months. It can take a few months for you to regain that, so don't be worried. Get retested. If you get a negative test and you still have symptoms, get another test. That's what I did, and you'll be fine. So yeah, thank you for watching. I promise I plan on making more videos. If you all have any suggestions on videos that you, or any topics that like you want me to talk about, I am open to ideas and suggestions. I think that is awesome because I want to interact with everyone and get feedback. So yeah, that would be great. Hit the like button, subscribe, do all that good stuff, share the video, and I look forward to talking to you later. Good night. I am going to bed.